It is said that the ultimate goal of a student is to be like his teacher. Be in fear of the student whose goal is to be his teacher. A good student will listen to his teacher. A great student will test his teacher. The superior student will be like his teacher. The master student will be better than his teacher. A genius student knows how to choose his teacher. Choose your teachers well, for you are the product of his progeny.
Tone up and lift the tush. With those words, Student 30 signed on for a progressive private training regimen, intended for maximum result in minimal amount of time. Our main focus was going to be her lower body, not to neglect the upper body, of course. Day one, our training began with sit-ups. The idea was to tighten up the midsection. This way, Student 30 will see quick results. To that end, we decided to start out at a type of ab training workout, sort of like a leg lift, with a twisting to focus on the abs and the obliques as well. Her arms as well. Right now we're beginning in the ab location so she can work on toning her abs, going to some dips, some squats to work on the leg. Now we turn our attention to a machine-assisted crunches. We won't be adding any weights, of course. Our goal is to increase our repetition, or to go for failure as we do the ab workouts. Our goal with student number 30 is to do a variety of crunches. Now we're taking on to another type of crunches. This way we can focus on the abs, but on the entire abs, and make sure nothing is missing. We want to push her as far as she can go, but at the same time maintain a variety of different routines so as to hit all the areas of the abs, the lower, the midsection, and also the upper abs. In addition, we definitely do not want to miss the oblique. So here we have student number 30. She's continuing her push on the abs workout. After this, we'll be going to some lower legs workout. Now it's time to focus on the lower body. We'll be spending the bulk of our time working the lower body of student number 30. We'll begin by warming up the lower body with some treadmill before we begin pounding it. We'll start out with some treadmill walk while doing some alternating curls as well, so as not to neglect the biceps. Now we're taking student number 30 to the treadmill. We have a little twist here. What we're doing here with student number 30 is that we're on the treadmill. We're lightly walking. In addition to that, we have a 5-pound dumbbell working the bicep as well. So what happened is here we're burning calories walking, the burning calories at this pace, which we're going right now. As you can see, she's taking turns from the arm. After the treadmill, we'll turn our attention to the stair climber, increasing the intensity of our workout gradually. Thighs and the leg. So this way, the stair climber is a bit softer. Get the muscles ready and prepared before we start doing squats. We'll be here for about 20 minutes. Afterwards, we'll shoot right. Now it's time to turn our attention to some squats, focusing on the entire lower body. That is the quads, the hips, and the behind as well. Now we're taking student number 30 to a squat machine that's easier on the back than most. The goal here, the things to remember in doing squats is that when you're exerting, you want to breathe out as you're exerting, so as to prevent hernia. As As you watch, she'll be doing her squats going down and up. I like to do squats going fully down, of course, until you get to that level where you can lift the weight. It may be best to go to a minimal, or where you can go, which is what we're seeing. With no weights on the rack, it's a bit too heavy for student number 30, so she goes. It's at this time that we turn our attention to a few isolated lower body workouts. We'll start out by doing leg extension to focus more on the quads. Behind, we want to also work on the front for legs, so to make sure that the leg is more of the upper part and tone the abs as well. To this end right now we're really focusing on the legs, the weight. Now we'd like to turn our attention to leg curls, which focuses on the hamstrings. Generally the location where cellulite tends to retire. Leg curls and drinking lots of water is the best way to fight cellulite for women. Leg curls are great for working the back of the leg. The one thing you don't need as a woman is to have slabs in the back of your leg. You also want it to be firm. It also works the behind as well, firming up the muscle in the behind, so as to lift the behind as you walk, so to fit nicely in your dress, pants, or whatever you may be wearing. Our goal here with student number 30 is to do just that, to fit in the lower body area. How are we doing? Good. Shoot for a good number. Because our goal is somewhat aerobic, we'll be shooting for a higher repetition. If our goal is to build muscle, then we'll shoot for lower repetition, something like 8 to 12. But we're going to be shooting. Lifting the tush has never been easier with the butt blaster machine. I believe it's even better for lifting the behind than squats. Of course, this is a subject for debate. Nevertheless, now we turn our attention to the butt blaster for a few sets. This machine has been dubbed many names, one of which is the butt blaster. It's designed to work the butt primarily. Very easy and simple to use. This is one of the primary exercises that we're going to be using to help her lift the butt and get her where she needs to be. We'll be spending a lot of time here, probably about 3 to 4 sets, shooting for about 12 to 15 repetitions a set. Now we spend the bulk of our time working the lower body for student number 30. We'd like to turn our attention to some tricep workout at this time. So as not to neglect the tricep. Sleeveless dresses is a nightmare for women with flabby triceps. The last thing you need. We're going light, that is to start it, to work on the triceps. A thing to remember here, even if you begin to go heavy after she begins to build strength, for women, you don't have to worry about her bulking up unless she takes something. So that's not an issue. So we can go heavy as long as she can handle it. But of course our goal here is to go light, to gradually get her to slowly build up to reach where she needs to be. So still shooting for about 8 to 12 or even 8 to 15 repetitions at about 3 to 4 sets to tone her and get her into shape. How's it going? Training day 1 is completed for student number 30. She's satisfied, energized, and completely exhausted.